Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Act
What's
Right
going
Out
on,
Loud
y'all? Happy
podcast. Happy Saturday.
Saturday. It's
Yes, it
Saturday.
is, and it's good to see you
It's
all
good to
on this
see
good Saturday.
y'all.
Babe, how you doing this
I'm
afternoon?
doing good, baby.
Good, good.
You
You looking
sure?
good? I'm straight. I'm super
Okay.
straight.
Okay.
Super straight.
You know, we almost at the end of August.
We are. And not only are we almost at the end of August, we are almost at the end of this season. This official first season of the Act
Act Right
Right Out
Out
Loud
Loud
podcast.
podcast.
Thank y'all so much for rolling
You
with
took the
us.
words right out of my
Oh
mouth.
man, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for rolling with us. And listen, do
hmm
we have another? We got another
We
great
got
conversation.
another great episode
Yes.
for y'all. But before we dive into that episode, we want to welcome y'all to the Act Right Out Loud podcast. To our new subscribers,
Yes.
hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up? All of our new subscribers. Thank y'all so much for following us on this journey.
Thank you for taking this journey with us.
Yes, thank you for spending this time with us on your Saturday
On
afternoon.
your Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. So listen, we got a good episode for
We
you
do, we
all
do, we do.
today. As a matter of fact, these last two episodes are gonna be really
Really
good.
good. Really,
And,
really good.
We're gonna jump into what they call the nitty gritty.
Let's jump into it.
So, because today's episode, we're talking about the F word. The F word. Started to call it something else, but baby was like, no, that's a little too far. The F word.
Yeah,
The
you
F
got
word.
creative with it. You got
I
creative.
tried
with
to.
it. What is the F word, Atkins?
Fighting fair and forgiving quickly.
Forgiving faster.
Yes. Fighting fair and forgiving faster. Okay. A quicker, faster would take faster. The F word.
The F word.
Right. Fighting fair
Mhm.
and forgiving faster. You guys always hear us talking about healthy communication and just making sure that you talk things out. But what about when the moments are intense? Sometimes we like to call
emotions are high.
Yeah, emotions are high. We like to call it heated fellowships or
heated
whatnot.
fellowships where you know you right.
You know you right,
and you keep fighting for
you
it.
keep fighting for it, or you keep fighting and you know you're wrong. You absolutely know.
It's the absolute worst to keep fighting when you know you wrong.
No, you're wrong. You just trying your best to hold on to it. Just take the L.
Just take the L.
Take that L.
Come on, take the L. It ain't worth it.
Right.
Trust me, it's not.
It's not. And what's
because
really,
who you trying to save face for? Yourself.
This I was getting ready to allude to. It's crazy because you're literally trying to save face with the person that you are married to. Like, what are you embarrassed about?
What are you embarrassed about?
So,
we are not perfect.
No,
we were not created to be perfect.
No.
So when we make mistakes, what do?
Just
we own it.
Own the mistake. Talk
we take
about
accountability.
Yes.
And we move forward and we do what's necessary to make it right.
Right. So fighting fair
and
forgiving faster. So here's the thing. There is absolutely, and I know some people may not agree, there's no way that you can be with someone for a certain period of time and you guys don't have a disagreement.
No.
Like you know.
Unless you're a yes man.
Or yes woman.
Or yes woman.
And it would be absolutely just crazy for us to really have, conversations, coaching modules and things of that nature on positive communication if we did not speak truth to power regarding, how do I really handle the arguments and the disagreements that are inevitable in any relationship or marriage?
Well, you first got to fight fair.
That's first and foremost.
What
does that look like? Because some people may not understand what that looks like.
That looks like you fighting with a purpose of resolution instead of a purpose of winning. Because when you fight to win, you do what it takes to win. Right. And sometimes it's not good. It's not nice. It's not productive.
Right. So
when you fight fair,
right.
you're fighting toward a resolution. And in most cases, you want that to be win-win so that you both won't have to hold a grudge or fight, or that fight comes back, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you're correct. And just so we're clear, because I really want people to really get a good understanding of the whole meaning of fighting fair and forgiving fast.
Mhm.
So we've had some times where we've had some disagreements, arguments,
Mhm.
and before we really got a true understanding, while we were still trying to know each other, we would have disagreements sometimes just to see. We're gonna see who's gonna win. We're gonna keep going until one of us.
I'm not giving up.
Right. And until one of
It's an
us
all-out
wins. I want to
drag out.
walk away from this argument knowing that I won.
You used to feel like that?
I think we both did. I'm gonna take responsibility. Excuse me. I'm gonna take responsibility. I'm saying excuse me.
I know.
I'm gonna take responsibility.
Excuse him, Mike.
Right. I'll take responsibility definitely for my actions.
Oh, yeah.
Big. I don't know. Same with you, but people think that is how you really deal with
Conflict.
But
you know what's crazy? I don't fight. When I hold on to disagreements, it's not to win or to, feel like I'm victorious from the disagreement. It's more so that, I won't give in.
Well, that's fun that you asked that. I
didn't ask anything.
That you make that statement, because I want to ask you this, and then we'll jump into some different things.
Okay.
So in times where we've had disagreements and arguments,
Mm-hmm.
When I went low, did you go high? Did you go to the basement?
Dude, I went to your burial site.
That's a little
6
dark.
feet up.
That's a little dark.
No, I'm just kidding. But I did go low. I matched your energy. Is that what they say? That's what the youngins say?
Yeah.
When you do something that, you think you got the upper hand,
right?
Then I'm coming back 10 times.
But I think you just hit the nail on the head in terms of why there are so many people who don't really understand the significance of fighting fair when there is an argument. Like, it's okay. I think this is going to be good. It's okay for me to match your energy, just as long as I'm not going in the same direction that you're going in. Like, one of us has to be the diffuser.
Somebody has got to be the sound mind.
This is right.
Somebody has to say, okay, what are we really fighting about?
Right.
Right. And if you don't have any level of maturity in your conflict, then it's never going to get resolved, and you're going to have those repeat offenders, those disagreements that just continuously come back. So if you are not mature in the disagreement, and if you are not fighting fair, then the fight is going to become more about the actions instead of the real problem. And so your resolution is already lost there.
Right. And y'all know every disagreement, the enemy does not, he does not want your marriage to be right, your relationships or ship, whichever one. So he's going to sow any kind of discord that he possibly can. So that means that the source of the issue is what causes the argument, but it's the little nuances after that the enemy throws in that makes
keeps it going and
gets you
going
away from the fact that, and I'm using this as an example, that gets us away from the fact that I did step on your toe.
Are we fighting over that?
Right. We just went all the way.
So you didn't apologize?
Right.
We just went into a fight over my feet?
I stepped on your toe. You said something to me, and I bring up the fact of something that you failed to do last week.
Right. And you know what? That's another thing. How can you fight fair when you're still harboring unforgiveness for something that happened weeks ago?
Right.
Like, you can't fight fair because in the midst of this disagreement, you have the same emotions that you had last week. And so guess what? They're going to come right back up.
Right.
And then y'all going to be arguing about something that happened last week. And then your partner going to be like, wait, I thought
that was happening. I thought that was handled. I thought we fixed that.
Mhm.
I did not know that. I know you had one waiting in the chamber.
In the chamber waiting.
Just waiting.
Y'all gotta stop holding on to these feelings about disagreements and just letting them ride just because you tired of arguing about it.
Listen, I want to say, listen, hear me.
You need to hear this.
Y'all hear me? I think you need to hear this. I think you need to lean into this. Whatever you have waiting in the chamber for the next inevitable disagreement that you and your spouse or your significant other may have, just let it go.
Let it go, yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Do y'all want me to sing the song?
Don't
sing the
don't go
song.
to Elsa on them. Don't go. Don't.
I
go
mean,
to
Elsa was spitting game.
She was prophetic. Let
it go.
Let it go. Sometimes you gotta add. Not only that, Teddy Pendergrass.
What Teddy say?
I think you better let it go.
I think you better let it go. For another
TKO.
You don't want that TKO.
Yeah, that's the last. That's the last.
Listen, but for real though, the enemy is literally looking at y'all like, I knew this was gonna happen. Let me throw this out.
Let me throw this out there.
Oh,
let me bring.
No,
this
let
back
me
to
bring
your
it.
Yeah, let me bring this back to you.
Let me help you remember this.
Right. You know he didn't do what he said he was gonna do 3 weeks ago, and so all of that comes back up, and that's not a fair way.
No, it's not.
Fight.
Right.
When you're having a disagreement. Now, of course, when we use the word fight, of course,
we're not talking physical.
No, we're speaking directly.
Interaction.
Yeah. The interaction, the conversation.
Yeah.
The disagreements, because you're gonna have them.
Yeah, we're talking about the verbal communication.
Yes.
That and the nonverbals.
Yes.
You know that happens during conflict when you're trying to get your point across. You don't have to hit below the belt. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do things that you know
right
your partner is wrong for. You don't have to bring up old stuff that you so-called forgave them for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get the upper hand. Especially if you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you can't keep bringing up in disagreements something that you state that you have forgiven your spouse for.
Your partner, your spouse, your fiance,
right?
Do they still say girlfriend, boyfriend?
Yeah, they still say that.
Whoever you are in relationship with,
right?
And this is romantic relationships, but it can be used in friendships as
definitely.
But we speak in reference to relationships between,
right,
romantic partners,
right? And they sit back. People sit back. We're speaking from experience, not just from what we heard, and we hold on to things until the next argument. We have a disagreement, and sometimes people, they just get tired of having this particular disagreement, and they get to a place to where they feel like, okay, everything's dying down, but you have not gotten to the root of the issue.
It's not resolved.
It's not resolved.
And the more you hold on to it, guess what? The more it's going to fester. The more ideas you're going to get in your head about what it is. Instead of asking necessary questions and communication and talking about it, you making assumptions. And y'all know what they say when you make assumptions.
Right. You make assumptions. Resentment festers up, just all these different things.
Y'all can't move on. There's no joy in despair.
Right.
When y'all sitting up there going back and forth with each other about something that happened weeks ago, you're missing out on a happy moment that you could be having with each other.
Right.
You're missing out on joy in your household.
Yes.
I don't want to come home to no fight now.
No, that's true too. But then
every time I come home, we fighting.
No,
because we don't know how to resolve our issues, and we don't know how to fight fair.
No, that's not. That's not healthy at all.
Mm-mm.
But then not only that, the deeper, because some of the arguments that most people have are just surface arguments and things like that. But the deeper,
but sometimes
issue,
those surface.
You said it right.
Sometimes those surface arguments are from pent up, anger or issues with something that's much bigger.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready. That's kind of what I was getting ready to. No.
I'm sorry.
No, that's actually what I was getting ready to allude to. in terms of when it's those deep things that you just keep overlooking.
Yeah.
You keep overlooking them, and you will not be able to get to. You can't really make any bigger plans within your marriage or relationship that won't fall out if you don't deal with the root of
the situation. If you don't deal with the real issue, then it's gonna keep coming.
Yeah, it's gonna keep coming.
It's gonna keep coming.
Like here's an example. If lying is a situation, a bad situation in you all's marriage relationship, but y'all just keep overlooking the lies, it's almost like you building a house on a quicksand, faulty foundation. Because at some point, one of y'all is gonna be like, I can't take the lies no more, and God forbid.
Who wants a relationship built on lies?
Right. And God forbid that happens when y'all sitting at the table getting ready to try to purchase a home.
Or even get married. You're signing.
Let's just go there.
Let's just go there. Yeah. You committed to getting married to somebody that lies, and you know they lie. But because you're the liar. But because you want to be married to that person so bad, you end up putting yourself in a predicament to continue lying because that's what your relationship is based on.
Right.
So you got to keep it going, right?
Right.
Unless before you get married, you want to lay it all out on the table.
That's the best time.
Right. But most people don't wait till the best time.
They don't.
And so you in this relationship and everything that you tell your partner, they don't believe you. They don't trust you. There's no security. There's no support.
Right.
Because there is
lies.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't like to be lied to. And so I definitely would not marry someone that I know is lying to me. And because I don't like to be lied to, I'm going to be very honest with this guy right here.
Thank you. What is that part?
That part.
That was just an example. Because I kind of feel like y'all looking at me. No, but seriously, fight fair, forgive fast. Did I say it? Did I say it right?
Forgive faster.
Forgive faster.
Yeah. Because people, when you say forgive fast, people think, well, I got to forgive them right off the bat.
That's
no, forgive faster. Don't hold on to the incident or the offense longer than necessary.
Right.
And don't use it as ammo.
Right.
Don't use the fact that I know I have come to you and I have, taken accountability for my actions and told you, I know I'm in the wrong. I know I am the person that is that has caused us to have this big disagreement. If you tell me, I just need some time to think about it so that I can process it. And then when you come back, you forgive me. But then 5 months later, we have a disagreement that is similar to the conflict, and you bring that right back up in my face.
Yes.
We're going to have a whole nother issue because 5 months ago, you told me you forgave me.
Yeah. Well,
why are we here?
Right. And I think like for
no
us,
take backs.
Right. No take backs. For us, there have been times where we have a disagreement. I've wronged Tanya in some way. And I'd be like, babe, will you forgive me? And her exact words was, of course I forgive you. Because when we talk about fighting fair and forgiving faster, we're not.
You got it.
I finally got it. I'm trying my best. We're not necessarily talking about things to where something has been done to the point where we either divorce or we got to bring in a counselor. We're talking about. I mean, those are very important.
Oh,
too.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're talking about in terms of some of these little fights that could potentially blow up into something bigger where you need a mediator, where the inevitable in terms of divorce or whatnot.
Right.
So she's like, of course I forgive you. but we still need to talk about this and work on this. Just because someone forgives you, it does not mean
that it ends there.
Right.
That's not the end all.
Well, I thought that you forgave me.
It did.
I do.
But
I'm still hurt.
You got to change some
Right.
things.
I'm still,
you know, something got to change
that,
in there.
That stung a little bit. You know.
Oh, well. You know, this is me going back to fighting fair. Like when we talk about fighting fair, in order to forgive, you have to understand the real enemy in the situation. Like what's causing us to be at odds?
Right.
What entity is causing us to be at odds with each other, whether it's communication, whether it's, you know, honesty, trust, whatever it is, what is the issue? And once I find out what the issue is, I can work on forgiveness and I can identify, you know, how long it would take me to forgive you. Because there are levels to
there are
the time frame.
There are. It depends on
because you know, if you keep forgetting to do things that I'm asking you to do, of course I forgive you, because at this point it's an issue with, you know, time management, or it's an issue with, you know, your calendar. So that can be discussed and that can be fixed. Of course I forgive you. But bruh, if you break the trust in our marriage,
that's a different thing.
In our relationship, give me, like you said, that stung a bit.
Yes.
Give me a minute.
Yes.
So we're not saying forgive instantly. We're saying forgive faster.
Right.
Because if your intentions are to continue being together, then you can't hold a grudge.
You can't.
Come on. I can't live in a house, you know, with somebody that I'm developing hatred.
Right.
For,
right.
You know?
And you say, we know this is for the super spiritual people. When we talk about the real enemy, we know the devil is the real. We know the devil is the enemy, but after you finish,
we're talking about the things that the devil uses.
Yes. After you finish all that, after you finish
trying to correct us,
right? Because praying people,
keep praying,
saved people, they have issues as well. And
some are more than others.
Yes, and they need to learn how to forgive too, and say I'm sorry. But after all of that, it is very unhealthy, and it's not even me fighting fair with you. If I do something and it stings, and you forgive me, and I want you to immediately get over what I did, there's got to be some space for that healing process as well.
Yeah. And there's got to be some changed behavior up in there.
Yes.
And it's got to be some understanding of what has happened, because people want to say, yeah, I forgive you, and don't even understand what just transpired.
Right.
Like you hear, you know, yeah, I did this and I was dishonest in doing this. But do you understand why I was dishonest in doing this? Do you understand why I did what I did? Because you can't forgive me. You can't honestly say that you forgive me without understanding.
I think that is a part of the entire apology and forgiveness process. Because it's one thing for you to ask me to forgive you for something that you did, and I say okay, but then it's another thing too, because of course I need to come back and just, well, why did you do it?
Yeah.
Why did
I need to be able to ask questions.
Right. I need to be able to ask you asking me for forgiveness, for forgiveness, but then not giving me the space to be able to ask questions. Like, what are we doing here?
Right. You want me to forgive you, but you don't want to do the work with me.
Right. You want
to get to the point of forgiveness.
You want my spirit and my emotions and my feelings to be okay, but you don't want to talk about this. That's not fighting fair. That's not being fair.
That's not being fair at all.
No, that's actually being super selfish.
Yeah.
You know, because and
that's being kind of guarded.
That too.
Because you don't want to release, you don't want to be vulnerable.
Right.
Because you don't want to share with me what actually happened. You just want to talk about the fact that I know what happened and rob me of the opportunity to get understanding.
And here's the thing. What a lot of people miss is that when you express yourself to your spouse in that moment, because in that moment of whatever it is,
and
then if you can articulate to them the reason why this happened,
Mm-hmm.
they then will be able to really shift that grace that they have for you.
That's good.
Especially if it's something that they didn't even know. But I didn't know you struggle with that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And don't take my option away if that's something that I want to continue to work with
Right.
you. Like you struggling with something that's causing, us to be at odds.
Right.
Tell me about it.
Right.
And that goes back to all of the conversations we've been having the entire, season
Mm-hmm.
about how people don't want to have the hard conversations because of fear and embarrassment. But just imagine how much worse it could be without them knowing.
Right. Right. You're right, man.
Like you just said, I didn't know you were struggling with
Right.
that. Like, how was I supposed to know that if you didn't share that with me?
Yes.
It has never come up in conversation. It has never shown itself until now.
This is one of the things that I'm praying for every relationship, marriage, couples. Your spouse, and this is we are sharing what we've experienced. Your spouse should not know your weak spots or your weak areas and struggles in your life because you got caught. Now I know people gonna take that and run with it in terms of got caught doing what? Whatever it is.
Listen,
Caught up in a lie, caught procrastinating.
How much worse is it for you to get caught as opposed to us having a conversation about it?
It's worse.
It's
not the end. It's not the end of all things.
It's not the end of all things, but it's the beginning of a lot of things.
It's the beginning of a lot of things.
It's the beginning of distrust.
Yes.
It's the beginning of, there's going to be damage.
You when that happens, you place the marriage and the relationship like 10 steps backwards. And you have to work your way all the way back up. And who knows
how many years of that relationship?
Yes, and how long that takes. Isn't that something? So
I don't recommend it.
Not right. And now for those that had to go that way in order to,
some people got to take the long route, right?
Yeah,
because they
because you got to take a long route. You're right about it.
Well, that's because they miss a lot of the detours and the exits that God has been trying to guide them through because of their own selfish flesh reasons.
Right.
They keep missing the exit to get off that road of despair. But that's a choice, right? And that's a choice that you are bringing into your relationship, and you can't expect someone to just accept it just because you've dealt with it and felt good about it all this time. Well, bad about it, good about it, however you've kept it. You can't expect the person that you're in relationship with to just accept it. Accept me for who I am. Well, tell me who you are so I can tell you if I accept it or not. And then when we get in disagreement, I know how to fight fair. I know how to learn. I'm not gonna say I know how to forgive faster, but that's a process.
It is a process. But listen, but now Mary J. Blige says, she said, take me as I am. I'll take nothing at all. Now is
well, Mary J. Blige, you gonna have to tell me who you are, sis.
Right.
Because you giving me an option, but put some context to that.
I think she wrote that song with the context to it.
Yeah, but that's Mary J. She put her story out there. You're gonna get a story from Mary J.
Right, absolutely.
And I actually like this song.
I know. So we understand real quickly. We understand the whole fighting fair, but the forgive faster. The forgive faster.
Forgiveness is very hard for some people.
Oh yeah,
especially when they're hurt by somebody they truly, truly care about and love and want to be with. And so forgiveness becomes tricky because do I focus more on my emotions, or do I try to fix what's broken, or which direction do I go in to even get to the place of forgiveness? So it's really a struggle between, dang, that really hurt.
Yeah.
You know, and you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because regardless if you're gonna stay in a relationship or not, forgiveness is necessary.
it is. It is.
You know, it doesn't matter what the offense is, forgiveness is necessary.
Forgiveness is necessary for all of your relationships.
Yeah.
All your family relationships,
Yeah.
romantic relationships, friendships, but then within marriage and then within relationships, you know, depending on what the particular offense is.
Mhm.
You know,
For what? Forgiveness, or for how long the forgiveness may take?
well, see, that's the thing about the forgive fast.
Faster.
Faster.
Mhm.
So that means that this is just how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The love I have for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go so much as to say also the years that we've invested in each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I say the love first.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens, you know, you got to. I have to give, either vice versa. We have to give each other that particular space to process what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Have meaningful conversations as to how do we get here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person or the individual, one of us can really give a full thought out response
Mm-hmm.
to your apology,
Mm-hmm.
and prayerfully that response comes with forgiveness as well.
Yeah.
Depending on whatever the offense is, that may take a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That may take a month or so, but that does not mean that I have not forgiven you in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if we're having conversations and you're just not being truthful and honest or whatever, that's going to make it hard for me not to continue on in the marriage in the long run, or in the relationship.
Yeah.
But at still in my mind, I know that I have to forgive you.
Right.
Now that's just from a Christian biblical sense.
Well, yeah. In my mind, in my mind,
Mhm.
forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation.
Oh, that's good.
Forgiveness means that
I want you to say that just one more time. Like, can you just look into the camera and say that?
I don't want to do that.
Somebody.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to do that. But y'all, if you need to hear it again, rewind.
I'm going to say it.
Say it again, baby.
Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation.
In my mind,
Mhm.
and this is my viewpoint on forgiveness, and I've learned a lot about forgiveness in my 45 years of life.
Amen.
And baby say amen. And I think that forgiveness is me saying, okay, what you did and how I plan to proceed is well with my soul.
Mm.
I'm at a place where I can move forward, and whatever that looks like for me, you know, whether that's with you or without you,
Mhm.
that means that I can move forward. That does not mean that you and I are good.
Mm-hmm.
That just means we good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that situation because now I'm ready to understand why that happened,
Mm-hmm.
so that we could do whatever, go in whichever direction
Yeah.
it takes us.
So
a lot of people get confused
Mhm.
when they say, well, I thought you forgave me. I did. Because I need to settle that within me. The forgiveness, I'm not giving that to you.
So
In all honesty, I'm giving that to me.
Yeah.
So that I could be settled in my spirit, and I don't allow that to determine how I live my life from that point on.
So basically what you're saying is I forgive you and I forgave you, but I can't trust you.
Yeah. Right now I can't trust you.
Right.
You know, and you have to understand why I can't trust you. I can't trust you because your actions damaged it.
Mm.
What you did destroyed what we've built all these years.
Right.
Yes, can you imagine being married to someone 10 plus years and bam, you get hit with a realization that this person has been dishonest
Yeah.
about something that they could have shared with you and given you an opportunity to work on.
To help with.
That is what the reconciliation is going to look like,
Right.
whether I decide to stay with you or depart from you.
Right.
But yes, I am putting forgiveness in the atmosphere because I need to be well within myself. But that don't mean that the outcome is going to look like cookies and cream.
Right.
It's going to be some work. If we decide to move forward from it, it's going to be some work.
So basically, I mean, all that was very good.
Mm-hmm.
But and this is what I heard, that this whole notion of the F word and fighting fair and forgiving faster is pretty much, it's in this particular case, it's the conscious decision that we make to, okay, I'm gonna forgive them.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's have these conversations.
Yeah.
That's the conversation part is the fighting fair part.
Yeah.
Because you guys owe it to your marriage and you owe it to the relationship to see, if we really at the end, or if this can be worked on, if it can be worked through.
Right.
So it's a process. It's a process. Because people, the forgive faster is not us saying or promoting you have an argument, you have a disagreement, you got to forgive me and you got to do it quick. No. That's why we said faster. Right. What our quick or what our faster looks like may not look like y'all. Yeah. But what makes it fast is the fact that we are consciously working on it, mm-hmm. having the conversations. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the conversations will be repeated conversations. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me, why'd you do that again? Yeah. What was your mindset? And that whole thing about, we got to do it. Hey, brother, sis. Listen, go through it. You did it. Yeah. Either you want to have that conversation or you just together out. Or you want to be thinking about that conversation alone. You choose. Right. So it's a great thing to really use the F word, fighting fair, forgiving faster. Yeah. In your relationships, and of course, definitely in your marriage. Absolutely. It's definitely in your marriage. There are benefits to it. Yeah. And think about this. Every time you have a disagreement, y'all got triggers. Y'all trying to use as ammos. Yeah. Should I say ammos or ammo? Triggers that you're trying to use as ammo. As ammo. You said it right. Okay. Yeah. Don't do that. That's not good. No. and especially if you know what actually triggers your spouse. Yeah. Like it's something that if you say a certain word or do something, then that's gonna make them upset even more. Right. Don't do it. Yeah. Fight fair, forgive faster. Right. So listen, man, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Quick little nugget. Yeah. Fight fair, forgive faster. Forgive faster. Well, that's all we got. That's all we got today. Thank y'all for joining on this Saturday. Listen, once again. That was kind of a quick episode, huh? No, that wasn't quick. It wasn't quick? Oh, okay, my bad. No, it wasn't quick. It wasn't quick at all. Seemed quick to me. Yeah. Make sure you tag somebody, share this episode with someone. And if you have not, if someone has shared this episode with you, subscribe. Yes. Go back and check out our other videos. Yes, please do that. Do that. Then, of course, you can catch us at actingzactright.com. Yep. Catch us on all of our show. All of our socials. Yeah. All of our socials, and you are sure to get a bunch of crazy stuff like that. But it will be very, very we got wisdom. Very helpful for you and your relationship. We promote healthy relationships. Absolutely. So until next time, have a great Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. Peace out. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye-bye.